Olive oil scam revealed and how to spot the real stuff.
Let me tell you a story about the secret world of olive oil, a world filled with deception, long-standing corruption, and an age-old struggle to keep things pure. You see, olive oil has been a victim of fraud for centuries, and unless you're careful, what you think is real, premium olive oil might be nothing more than a cheap counterfeit. I didn't realize how deep the problem went until I took a trip to Spain and had a chance to taste authentic fresh olive oil. That's when I understood I had been consuming fake olive oil for most of my life. The good and real olive oil should smell and taste green, bright, peppery, earthy, grassy, fresh, and full of flavor, unlike the bland, almost rancid oil I'd been using for way too long.
Turns out, fake extra virgin olive oil is diluted with a cheap soybean or seed oil or mixed with lower grade olive oil that's been chemically refined to cut costs.
Or, the most common trick is mixing it with olive oil that's been sitting around since last year's harvest or even older. By the time that bottle hits the store, the quality is lower, its health benefits are reduced, and it wouldn't meet the standards of the International Olive Council, IOC. But don't worry, I'm here to help you spot the fakes. The first rule is never buy anything that doesn't say extra virgin on the label. The term extra virgin on the label doesn't always guarantee authenticity, but it's a good start. Without it, you're almost always getting a low quality product, so don't bother with anything labeled virgin, light, pure, or just olive oil. The next tip is look for a harvest date and name of the producer or estate. Usually only top quality oils will show a pressed on or harvest date. Olive oil is at its best in its first 2 years. Over time, it gradually loses its rich flavors and health benefits. If the label mentions the producer, estate, or type of olive used, it's probably the real deal. And if you spot the free fatty acidity, FFA level listed, something you won't see on mass market brands, that's an excellent sign of quality as only top producers tend to include it. Tip number 3 is don't be fooled by Best By or bottled on dates. Those can be misleading because companies often move olive oil around the globe, blending it and bottling it in different locations long after it was harvested. The harvest date will give you a clearer idea of how fresh the oil is.
Next, look for a third-party certification seal. It's best to look for reliable third-party certification seals like the European Union's Protected Designation of Origin, PDO, Italy's DOP, or the California Olive Oil Council's Certified Extra Virgin Seal.
The next tip is, if you spot extra virgin olive oil from Australia or Chile, buy it. It's going to be fresh and legit. Australia has the most stringent standards and a highly advanced testing system, and neither country allows mixing olive oil with seed oils or the oil from the previous harvest. Tip number 6, don't be fooled by fancy packaging or a high price tag. While dirt cheap can be a red flag, expensive doesn't always mean quality either, so if you're serious about getting the real deal, pay attention to these details. And don't be afraid to spend a little extra for quality, it's worth it.